Hello, beautiful souls, butterflies, and perfect people. You are with Tanisha Ali here of the I Am Melanin Magic brand of Tanisha's Locks, Beauty Tips, and Potpourri. And today, we are doing the Potpourri. Although I'm going to upload a lock video, keep in mind I'm going to be doing my 2-year update on the knots. Also, for those of you who haven't looked at the community tab and are in the Righteous Hair course, please look at the community tab. I am migrating over to my Throne 69 platform where all of the other courses will be for everything else that I have been doing. And so it makes sense to have everything on one platform. So migrate over there. I love you. As we migrate over there, I'm sending out to you emails. I can't reach out to each of you individually. I can send out the emails to you. I'll post the announcements here. Just know that if you happen to see this, to be on the lookout. And if you miss it, just send an email to iammelaninmagic.com at some point in the future, and I will make sure that you have access to the courses. I'm trying to do what I can with the individual that I've hired to have all of you migrated over with the same information, but it's likely you may have to at least reset your usernames and passwords. I love you. So today, as mentioned to you all, and we got to talk about this. This book here, Betrayal Syndrome, The Cycle of Devotion Dysmorphia, which is something that has been channeled to me that I am talking about in that book. You can find that on Tanisia'sThrone.com. It's serious. Let's get serious. Let's get serious. It's serious. Y'all know that I have been working with women close to 15 years as a certified personal and executive coach. But I've been working with them in my specialty, which is relationships, everything relationships, whether it's mentoring, whether it's doing readings, whatever it is, whether it's spiritual guidance, whether it is trying to help them leave and evacuate situations that no longer serve them. An amalgamation of information has been gained in my spiritual work with women, whether it's been in the classes that I teach, and we have 3 coming up in 2025. I will be putting that information out soon, whether it is the Zoom sessions that I do, the Zoom classes, the individual one-on-one sessions. I've gained so much. And one of the things that has puzzled me to no end, and I'm so glad we have this card today. One of the things that has puzzled me to no end is how is it that women find themselves in situations perpetually on rinse and repeat in these kinds of relationships that devour them, that cannibalize them, and somehow they're able to continue to repeat these cycles within the relationships and to invite and create other realities that bring about the same toxicity. Toxicity is not even the word that speaks to the depths of what I'm talking about. This is a very serious thing. One of the things that I run into so often, and I ran into it even as early as this morning in speaking to one of my clients, is the feeling sorry for the individual that has their foot on one's neck. Yesterday on my other channel, we talked about sacred anger, because sacred anger is just that, it's sacred. It's the divine energy that fuels you as you seek justice and truth in whatever it is that will require you to stand in your power. And oftentimes it's standing up for yourself. That's another topic. So it's something that we have to look at. It's something we have to look at our sisters, our aunts, our mothers, the other women in our lives, in our groups. And we have to understand that you come to this world to evolve. You come to this world to be a greater expression of who you are in your physicality. You come to this world for spiritual evolution, and each of us has a responsibility to shine bright. Each of us has a responsibility to continue to grow. Wherever that takes us, each of us has a responsibility to be our best selves and to be ourselves. And oftentimes, women are not able to do that when they are in relationships where they cannot breathe, when they are in relationships where there is a lack of reciprocity, when they are in relationships that do not give, when they're in relationships that take. So let's talk about this, card right here. Receiving with grace. This is from the Soft Power series. There are 15 decks in the Soft Power series that deal with the sacred blueprint, designs, and power dimes from the divinosphere. And there are matching journals. And these are decks and reflection cards that are used by the divine feminine to look within. To look within. So today we are looking within and we're dealing with receiving with grace. Now, I will put a link in the pinned comments. I got to remember to do this. I know that there's a link that was in the community tab a week or so ago, which is for the GoFundMe, which is helping to fund the realization of these decks. I have found a fulfillment company who will be fulfilling orders. I'm super excited about that. Many of you have already started ordering. But this particular deck and this deck here are the two that I am offering currently. Actually, there are 4 that I'm offering, and they will be being unveiled as time goes on. Some of them you will be able to get on Amazon. A few items have gotten approved already. I'm still waiting to set up the full store for this, which is separate from the I Am Melanin Magic store. Fire and water shape the essence of creation. Fire and water, that's the masculine and the feminine. Here we have the seed and the soil unite to create life. The masculine's job is to give, baby. Give, baby, give. Your job, baby, is to receive. Receive. Now, you will be giving in your relationship with your masculine, but you don't do that right away. You let him give. You do not emasculate him and lessen the odds of you being able to leverage your feminine energy by giving. Many of you that are in this betrayal syndrome energy, which I call devotion dysmorphia, many of you that are in that energy overgive. Overgiving is a syndrome. There's a journal for that. It should be on Amazon in about a week. You can also order it from TunisiasThrone.com, which is the website, TunisiasThrone.com. My name is spelled like the country Tunisia. Night in Tunisia, and the melody still lingers on. Da, 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 da. Sitting up here looking at a picture of Hakeem, my dad. My name came from him and the trumpet, and I think it was Dizzy Gillespie, that song Night in Tunisia, although it is sung by others. But it is the masculine's job to give. When you intercept his giving, you teach him that you are the man. You teach him to pull back. You teach him that there is something that is existing or being built in your relationship that is outside of the natural order. What you have to really understand is that man was made to complement woman, woman was made to complement man. There is a natural order that is a part of the sacred design. That is the way that we are supposed to be doing things. There is a natural order which is fluid, which is easy, and which brings about the blessings of the divine. Whenever you go against the natural order, whenever you're in againstness, doesn't matter what kind of againstness, if you're backbiting, if you're slandering, if you are againstness, fighting against something, resisting something, spending all your time allowing your lower mind to consume you, if you're in a situation as a woman and you're in againstness because you are overthinking, you are distrustful. You are trying too much. You're chasing. Whenever you are in againstness, and you're in resistance, you're going to come up against a counter force, which is not going to be pleasant, which is not going to bring about peace, stability. It's not going to bring about higher awareness, and it certainly is not going to put you in your higher self. When you overgive, you need to understand that overgiving, if you want to talk about it from a spiritual perspective, because a lot of this has to do with the way that we've been indoctrinated. It's better to give than to receive. That's not true. That's not true. God has established divine decree and law in this universe. Giving and receiving are a continuous cycle. They are degrees of the same thing. Shout out to all of you all who have read the Kabbalion. They are degrees of the same thing. While they may seem like polarity, just like men and women may seem like polar opposites, they are degrees of the same thing. So when you do not realize the continuous cycle of something and you give, and there's nothing coming back, you inevitably end up exhausted, you end up used, or you end up being out of the divine order, which means you're out of balance. Shout out to Wayne Dyer. You're out of balance. When you're out of balance, you set into motion a series of events that contract your world, that bring about imbalance in other areas of your life. So now you're tired. Now you're exhausted. Maybe you are in againstness and you're feeling resentful. Maybe you don't know how to say no, so you have people-pleasing issues. Maybe you are have imposter syndrome. Maybe you are hardwired for trauma. Whatever the case is, those are comorbidities. They are what I call comorbidities for overgiving syndrome. It is a thing. It must be addressed, and it must be looked at for what it actually is. He has the penis. He is to give. You have the vagina. You are to receive. Now, once you have established that you can trust this individual, that this individual is who they say they are, and once you have given him an opportunity to be the chivalrous creature that he has always wanted to be, the greater part of what men do is serve women. Thank God for divine life partners. That is what men do, and they enjoy it. They want to come to your rescue. They want to love you when you've chosen the right one. And the way you choose the right one, baby, is you choose yourself first. You take care of yourself first. You build yourself up first. You be in your divine life purpose first. You make the kinds of decisions that honor you. Because when you honor you and you live in authenticity and you live in alignment, you honor the divine. You honor God. It is through God we come to know self, and it is through self and inner illumination and inner inquiry that we come and we move closer to God. So there's nothing that is not divine about this. This is a part of the sacred design. She must open and allow him to give. When she steps in with that masculine energy and she starts overgiving, she confuses the dynamic. She communicates that she is not worthy. She communicates that she feels that love is something that is given when something else is given. So in other words, she has to please someone, or she has to give up something, or she has to do some work in order to be loved. When you overgive, you communicate to a divine life partner who is healthy, who is balanced, and who knows who he is and knows what he's looking for. You communicate your wounding. Okay, you communicate your wounding. That is what overgiving is. Okay, it is not better to give than to receive. It is better to give and receive because they are the same two energies or items on different ends of the continuum. They are one and the same. It's like blood. If you hold on to it, it will clot. If you give, you're out of harmony. You're out of balance. There must be a continuous flow of these so-called polar opposites in order for you to be in alignment. And that is what this message is for today. Now, for some of you, you've been taking, and you need to give. I will say this till the cows come home. When you are equally matched and equally yoked with the right person, your life will feel like a paradise. Trust me, it will be a full-on paradise every single day of your existence. Givers belong with givers, and takers belong with takers. Get the people out of your life who are takers, who are users, who are out of integrity. If you are in integrity, if you're someone that moves a certain way, if you're a giver and ask nothing in return, and you are with a taker, they will suck you dry and will leave you crumbs if you are lucky. Don't be a taker. If you happen to be a taker and it's not because you have some type of mental psychosis or you are a bona fide narcissist, get on the path to do the work to understand what giving actually is. Because when you are a taker and a giver like me or like you comes into a taker's life, they can't trust it. They don't know love. They've only ever been taken from. They're empty, empty, empty. They are a shell of what could be their higher self. And so what they do is they destroy the relationship. They destroy the love that you set out to give because they don't recognize love. They don't recognize giving. These are people who are a part of the wounded, people who are a part of the walking dead. Don't be those people. If you are a taker, learn to give and learn to give the things that you least want to give. Learn to give with nothing in return. Okay? That is the best type of giving. Giving is seeking nothing in return, but not just giving without receiving. That is going to imbalance your heart chakra. Shout out to Lakita. It just came into my mind. I was reviewing an audio message that you left me. She's going to be coming on to the channel to talk to us. Sent me a huge box, $45 worth of shipping, worth of tahini, because I said I liked tahini. I love my sister. I like tahini. She sent me tahini sauce, lime tahini with low sodium, tahini in miniatures, tahini in medium, tahini in bigs. I will never have to buy tahini again for a long time. This is serious, okay? Ask yourself, where are you in this dynamic? Are you overgiving? Are you doing the most? When a woman, feminine energy is depleted, when she's exhausted, when she's chasing, when she's running, it is because she has stepped outside of her zone of power. Okay? If you are in balance, and if you are definitely in a relationship that is serving you, in a relationship where you are serving the other individual, there's not an opportunity to be out of balance. There's only space for mutual reciprocity, mutual joy, mutual happiness, peace, tranquility, and harmony. Assess your situation. Ask yourself, am I a giver or am I a receiver/taker? Okay? And if you are a taker, which is a little different than being a receiver, if you are a taker and you know that you are out of balance and that there are people that are giving to you in your life, ask yourself, what can I do to bring more equilibrium in my life? If you are that divine feminine that is doing the most, that is chasing, that is always outside of herself, that is carrying the load, that's doing more than what you need to be doing, and you happen to be in a relationship, there are definitely ways to be doing this not in a relationship. But if you happen to be in a relationship, ask yourself, at what point was I overgiving? And ask yourself that as you have usurped more of the oxygen in the room, is that other individual doing less and less and less and less? Ask yourself, are you depleted? Are you exhausted? Are you feeling unappreciated? Are you feeling that there's a lack of reciprocity? Are you out of balance? And then make a self-inquiry and ask yourself, what can you do about it? If you have not purchased my Manifesting Your Masterpiece book, it is on Amazon. I have 2 other books that will be up there soon. I have been hard at work in this last year. It has been a major time of spiritual inner illumination. It's been a time of great creativity. You all also know that you can get some of the products now on Amazon.com. I'm absolutely loving it. I will continue to make with these hands, these magical healing hands, the blends, but I am taking I Am Melanin Magic in a different direction. We are expanding, and we're expanding by making certain managerial decisions, which will affect our offerings, but also in many cases bring you more. And so I'm super, super excited about it. Like I said, I'm still fulfilling orders. I will continue fulfilling orders. I Am Melanin Magic is a blessing in my life. You have been a blessing in my life. And now people from all over the world are able to see and purchase I Am Melanin Magic. And so I have to forecast expansion plans, and that's what I'm in the process of negotiating at this time. I love all of you. I appreciate all of you. Be on the lookout for the classes that I have spoken to you about today. There'll be 3 in 2025: Soft Power Unleashed, Mastering Your Feminine Energy, Unlocking Healing, and Relationship Success. This is a 4-month class. We will meet twice a month. Okay, it's one of 3 classes. I am also planning a conference, which I will talk more about as the months go on. I'm super excited about everything that I'm doing here on the channel. As you all know, the channel will be playlist organized from this point on, because there's a significant part of the channel where I will be bringing on guests to discuss women's issues. Okay, some very amazing people. I will also be discussing women's issues as it relates to mastering your feminine energy, which is really, as I mentioned before, a part of the Soft Power series. This is the Softening Path Deck 1. This is the Softening Path Deck 2. So, for example, this card is Expectations and Non-Negotiables. When you have these, you safeguard yourself from being an overgiver. You safeguard yourself from being in a toxic relationship. But you are with Tanisha Ali here of I Am Melanin Magic, Tanisha's Locks, Beauty Tips, and Potpourri. I'm sending out loves and super hugs. Shout out to beautiful Coach Curry. We will be getting together to talk and to catch up. Can't wait to talk to you. Love all of you. Appreciate all of you. Shout out to those of you who just surround me in such love. So many of you, so many of you, so many of you. Got to give a special shout out to the lovely Tavika as well. There's just so many of you all. I love you. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Live passionately. Be productive. Be peaceful. Work and move from a place of power and passion and a positive point of attraction.